To him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Newton now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on second down is Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So out come the Bucs now. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Shaq Thompson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott from the gun. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. This is intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on third down, Newton. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season, and the Panthers add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Being chased out left. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
You got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Charlotte after this. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hey.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Let's rock now. He's a set. 180. Hey.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey.
McCaffrey on the counter. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gano's kick is. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And it's a short kick. Taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Flush to his right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. From the 50, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McBride. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. He's going to put a screen soon.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And there it goes again. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Do some.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice carry there of 15 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Come on now. Hey.
There's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set. 180.
Watch one.
Hey.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gun. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And break, the tight end's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Here's Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, 20.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Newton. And that's incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey.
From the gun, Newton. And this is complete. It's Marshall. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Here we go with McCaffrey. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they're talking about. That's all the time about being a ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They go play action here on first down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Here's Tannehill. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 10 more there and another first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To the air again, Tannehill. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss it.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. K1 short. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's caught by Howard. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And now running right through it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Throwing here, Newton. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, hey,